The biggest mistake I see that people are making on their fertility journey is they put their life on hold. So many of my clients are coming to me and I'm asking them questions like, how is your relationship with your partner? How is your finances? Do you live your dream life? Do you live your purpose? Do you feel that your life has a meaning? Do you have your dream job? Do you travel as much as you want to do? And also, like, body-wise, do you have the body that you want to have? Do you work out as much as you want to? Do you feel calm? And they're like, no, right now I'm just focusing on getting pregnant, and then I will do that. This is the biggest mistake that you can possibly make on your fertility journey. There is an enormous power in your subconscious mind to turn off your fertility when you are not in alignment with the motherhood that you consciously or unconsciously have set for yourself. So just start by asking yourself, go back a couple of steps and just ask yourself, what kind of motherhood would you like to have? Do you want to be a stressed out mother? Do you want to be a mother who constantly yells at her children because the house is a complete mess? Do you want to feel financial stress when you are a mother? Honestly, what is it that you want to have when you are a mother? What life is it that you want to provide for your kids? Based on your own childhood, what was it that you liked and what was it that you did not like? This machine here is so extremely powerful. So when you start to see that this time before becoming a mother, this is your preparation time. This is your time to prove to yourself and to your subconscious mind that yes, I will be able to provide this life for my children because I am able to provide this life for myself. If you take a second to think about it, did you honestly think that after you become a mother, you will all of a sudden have so much time to start to look for the passions in your life? Did you think that suddenly you will have super much drive and time to invest in a new project that will make you more money? When we look at it that way, I can for sure say that your answer is no. You probably don't think that you will have more time, more energy, more need or anything when the child is here. It's just that our mind has this huge thing about just focusing on the outcome that you want exactly right now, which is to become a mother. I get that. But what if your mind has actually turned your fertility off so that you can fix these things before? This is a huge thing I go through with clients when we are working one-on-one. We go through what kind of life is it that you would like to have together with your children? How much would you like to travel? I'm going to share like a super quick story from my own life, but one of the things that I really wanted to do, I always said, my whole life I said like, I'm not going to have a traditional family like where I just saw like you have a 9-to-5 job, your kids go to daycare and you have some time on Friday night together and Saturday maybe. Like I said, I don't want to have that. I want to be free together with my kids and I want to be able to travel and I just want to the freedom and the money to have that freedom. And that was I had kind of forgotten about it, or I kind of knew it, but also I was just so focused on getting pregnant. But my mind actually turned my fertility off because I was so out of alignment. So when I went through that fertility journey or the infertility journey, it was about like 10 years ago now since it started, and it was going on for 5 years. So when I went through that time, my life looked literally the worst that it did in my whole 33-year-old life. I did not have my own money, so my ex-husband was paying for everything because he had a well-paid job. So I was kind of a stay-at-home person, but I was also having a business. But a business that I had back then, I just could not seem to attract the right people into my business, and so I was constantly broke. And because of the ex-husband's job, we were stuck. in the city we were in, and I just wanted to have this freedom, and what I've been creating this vision for my future family. And I was like, yeah, but my only focus right now is only to get pregnant, so it doesn't matter. My mind blocked that. And when I started to do hypnosis on my subconscious mind and realizing all of this, I was like, hey, I can actually make money if I just shift my focus, and hey, I can have a business that I absolutely love, and and hey, I can have a super beautiful, passionate relationship that I absolutely love. Like, when this started to appear to me, I was like, okay, I better shift my focus, because I better make sure that I do the things before my kids arrive. So this is a super beautiful thing, and this is why I think it's so important for me to share my story of how I went through infertility and then started to just rebuild my whole life. So even though I did say to myself, like, I want to be able to travel with my kids, I also had a deep hidden belief that when you have kids, you're stuck. So when I got the divorce, I just said to myself, I was like, I want to move to Bali. And actually my mother said, well, you can't move to Bali on your own, because you know, you will not be safe there. And I was like, because I always kind of listen to my parents, like. And then Jonas showed up in my life, who is today my partner, and he was like, oh, I also want to go to Bali. So we ended up moving to Bali for 2 years, because now I had the freedom to work online, and I've created, that will be another video, how I created all of that. But the focus became on creating the life I wanted, my dream life for my future family. I created it now, before the kids would arrive. And also today, like, yes, I'm very close to feeling super ready to become a mother, but there are still certain things that I want to work on manifesting before we even start to make love without birth control. One of those things is to really make sure that we have a home that is ready for the kids. Right now we are between different apartments because we just got back to Sweden, and that is not the environment that I want to bring in kids to. When the kids arrive, you better make sure that you are the parent that you want to be. The kids are not supposed to come into your life to make you happy. The kids are supposed to come in because you know that you are going to be an amazing parent for them, to provide them with all they need in order to thrive and live their lives. So that is the biggest mistake I see. Maybe it came from like everywhere, but I think it's so important, and this is the big mistake I see so many of my clients do, and I was doing myself as well. We're just so focused, like, no, I'm gonna get pregnant now and that's my only focus. You put your whole life on hold. But what if actually press play and start to live your life? What if that is actually your solution to create the family that you want to have? Because as I said, your mind has the ability to turn off your fertility and turn on your fertility. So maybe you had a vision, consciously or unconsciously, about what your life would perfectly ideally look like when you have your kids, and you were definitely not there. You were totally out of alignment, and therefore your mind, clever mind, switched off your fertility. It was just that you didn't understand. So now when you start to look at what is it that is really important for me when I have my kids, what is it that I want to have, how much money would I like to have to be able to actually spend time with my kids, whatever it is for you, start to focus on that right now, and just put the baby making project a little bit, not to the side. You still make love and all of this, obviously, but just calm down with that and see this as a beautiful opportunity. And if you have no idea how to do that, you can download down below. I have a free guided meditation hypnosis, which will program your subconscious mind to understand that your baby will come into the perfect time where you no longer have to stress about, oh, when is it gonna be, because that stress is literally killing your fertility. It is turning your fertility off even more than it would have if you were not stressing out. So that guided meditation hypnosis is extremely important to help you just calm down. And then you can start to just focus on these things. What is my intended life for my family? And how can I start to work on that today? So that is how you actually solve the out of alignment. That is how you solve that. Because you are supposed to live your dream life before the kids come in, and then the kids can come into that environment, which will be a totally different life. Like I can see now when my kids come in, when our kids come into this planet, their life for them will be so much different than if they would have come like 10 years ago. I cannot even imagine the difference these 10 years have made, because I have become ready. And I'm not saying it's going to be 10 years for you, definitely not, but I went through 5 years of infertility, and then I went through many years of just understanding like, I don't want the kids right now because I'm not in my life where I want to be when the kids come. And I've taken this time to really work on me and creating my dream life, which I am so passionate about. For you, it may just be like 6 months where you can just solve some of these things. But that is how you solve what I do see is the absolutely biggest mistake that my fertility clients really do, is that they put their life on hold. So I want to encourage you to press play and ask yourself, what is it that I can solve today? Because that will also help your mind to turn on your fertility. Combined with also, I just want to add that, combined with also understanding what other limiting beliefs have been holding your fertility back. Because if your subconscious mind also has a blockage that say like you're super afraid of needles, or you're super afraid of hospitals, or you're super afraid of giving birth, your subconscious mind will also block your fertility. So the power of understanding your intention and the power of just unblocking the fears. So that combination will, I want to say guarantee, but I never want to give any guarantees, but like in my experience, in my belief system, that is what will turn your fertility on again. Let me know what your thoughts are. Where are you on this process? What are your fears regarding having a child, being a mother, giving birth, being pregnant? And also, what is your intended life when you are having your children? So let me know in the comments below, and also I will have a link where you can book a free chat with me and just get a bigger understanding of what is it that you would need to press play on and actually start to work on. So with that said, I wish you a super beautiful day. Bye.